Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday, happy weekend, happy just day, happy life. This is gonna be such a good video. I intend this video is super helpful, you guys. I was going to share a success story from one of my clients that sent it in sooner, but I want to share what I feel like needs to be shared. I don't know. I have this feeling right now to share this message more. And I'm sure it will resonate because every time I have this feeling and every time I feel like talking on a specific topic, it does. So, because I see it in the comments, so many of you are like, oh my God, this came in the right time. This is exactly what I was looking for. So, thank you so much, you guys, for all those beautiful comments. But I want to talk about almost kind of like we're going back to the basics. If you've been with me through my OG videos, you know, but I feel like you know that circumstances matter. You know, don't matter. You know that, you know, our thoughts create and all of this. But I want to focus today on really like what you're focusing on. And before we get into the video, Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP Now is my newest course, and it's available right now. Links will be in the description box down below. Also, I am offering bundle courses for those of you that want to try more than one course. The bundle courses are offered at a discounted rate, so you won't be paying full price for both. You'll get like a two-pack bundle or three-pack bundle for a discounted rate. So I just wanted to offer you guys that. Also, my new course included in the bundles as well. And if you are interested in any of the testimonials or like feedback, we've received the success stories. It's all going to be mostly in the videos I share with you. And also, if you check our community post, I share a lot of client emails there. Obviously, if they allow me to share it, then I share it. Privacy is important. But all right, you guys, let's get into it. I know you've probably heard so much info already about law of assumption and law of attraction, and your thoughts create and your assumptions create and states create and live in the desired end and blah, 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 right? Are you applying it though? Let's be real. I want you to be real with yourself. Are you applying it? Because if you're anything like me, my old self, I knew everything. I knew even through experience, I knew even through books, I knew even through human psychology, I knew like everything. I knew all the information. I even had applied it some places and I saw evidence of it. But I wouldn't stay consistent. And I really want to talk about why consistency is so important. You guys, a lot of us, we wait until really worst comes to worst, and then we get serious about our manifestation, or we get serious about applying the work and the consistency. And what is the work when I'm talking about the work, right? It's really like, I want to say mental diet, but like it's how you're feeling about yourself and how you're feeling about the other person or whatever you're manifesting. If it's a person, what assumptions do you have of that person? And what assumptions do you have of that person wanting you? There's two questions there. If you're manifesting more money and abundance, what assumptions do you have about money? Do you think that only with hard work and the hours I put in, is the only way I can make money, or that is the only door of opportunity for me? That's another question. When it comes to your self-concept, and I teach this in my self-concept course, so many of you had success from it and have shared it on the channel. When it comes to self-concept, do you feel worthy? Do you feel deserving? And if you do, why is it that only some parts of your life you're seeing evidence and not others? I help my clients with that too, because a lot of people come to me, either they're having great evidence with business or money or work and abundance, but they're not having the same evidence with specific person or relationships, or vice versa. And they always say, like, I do feel worthy though. I feel worthy and deserving, and I see it coming in through abundance, but why isn't it coming in through my specific person, right? So these are also things I want you to reflect on. But I want to talk about another topic before we get into that. So you're probably like, okay, everything and everyone is me pushed out, right? So if I'm experiencing success in one area, if I'm not in another, but okay, let's say I'm experiencing success in money, but I am not in relationship, but my SP has a third party, like we have a third party in the mix. They're not choosing me, they're not prioritizing me, but I do feel worthy and deserving. So what's going on there? They're like, let's say they're cheating on you, right? And you have this assumption of like, oh, but I'm faithful, so why isn't that person projecting out faith, being faithful to me, right? Or I'm honest, why isn't that person being honest with me? I'm choosing myself, but why isn't that person choosing me? So I want to clear up something with the whole everyone is you pushed out. A lot of people think it's like a direct, like, oh, if I'm faithful, they're going to be faithful. If I'm honest in my life day to day, they're going to be honest with me too. In some cases, yes, that is what's going to play out. But if, let's say, you're faithful and you're not seeing that everyone is you pushed out, that faithfulness back onto you from your partner, it's not that they're projecting back a direct reflection. They're projecting back a assumption you have of them. Let's say you think they're a player, or maybe you've heard them play someone else. They've done it to their ex before. Maybe you think that type of person is capable of doing that. Maybe you think I'm not chosen. I'm worthy and deserving, but in this case, I'm not chosen. So they're not choosing you. You see, there's minor self-concept changes that need to be made there. So don't dismiss those. Please pay attention to that, because I've gone through that and I know, like, I've been honest in my relationship, but I've also manifested third party in. Why is that? Because when I didn't know about these things that I'm sharing with you now, I had assumptions that the specific type of person I'm into may be capable of that. They're handsome, they're macho, they're alpha male, they're hardworking, they're hustler, and they're super charming. And I always had the assumption that those type of men would have a variety of women around them. And also, check this out. I'm sharing this because I'm sure many of you resonate. So, how should I explain this? My family is old school. Like, I've grown up super old school, like culturally. but also they're like modern, but they're old school. So for example, uh it it was very common. I mean, in childhood, I didn't know this. They didn't talk about this when I was a child. Like, they didn't expose me to this. But the older I got, the more I got to an age of, understanding relationships and marriages and stuff, I saw with my own eyes, like people I looked up to, like they did have, lovers on the side. Like, people talked about it. We knew about it. And I always thought, like, your brain is an amazing thing. What you see, you no longer kind of dismiss. Like, you see it, you take it in, and then you work around it almost. So what I would see, and also the shows I would watch, even like last video last Friday, I talked about, like, I love Sopranos, like that show. I love Tony Soprano. I love everything about it. It's a very real show. Um, and it matched things I've seen in my life, like relationships, lovers on the side. Like, I've known people that look amazing with their partners, but they also had another person on the side. And there's no judgment. There's no judgment on my end towards anyone. But when you see things, when you hear things, when it becomes normal, when you see it in a show, when you hear it in songs, it becomes part of what your subconscious mind is getting used to, right? So then when I was attracted to a man that was super alpha, it it was like, oh, this may be a possibility. Okay. And it's not just me, you guys. I have so many clients that come to me that don't have the same um, background as me. Some are not old school, some didn't grow up the way I did, but they still come with those circumstances. And those circumstances can come up for many reasons. It could come up because maybe you didn't feel chosen throughout your life. It could come from high school. It could come from childhood. Maybe you didn't feel chosen, and then you grew up just knowing that that's a normal thing, never really adjusting that thought process. It could be the type of people you're into usually have showed that behavior. Um, it could be, sorry, Nico was like, he's probably going to bring his toy, and he's probably going to want attention right now. So if he debuts, he's just bringing his baby to me so I can tuck it in bed. I don't know. He always did that. If you guys know, actually, if you guys know why cats do that, I googled it a little bit, but I don't really know. Like, why do cats bring their toy or whatever, and like they meow, and they what do they do? They um what do you call it? It's like not really meowing. It's like this different sound they make, like meow, like it's like almost a whining. Um, and he brings it's like it has to do with that toy. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's he wants me to take care of the toy or whatever it is. But sorry, like, side note, he always, that's why the door is open, because I knew he was gonna do that. I probably assumed it and it happened, obviously, but anyway, if you have pets, you know. All right. So there's many reasons why we create circumstances. We can create circumstances. There's many reasons why um, things can project out into our 3D reality. The more you learn about yourself, the more you understand your thought processes, the more you understand the triggers, and the more you can work through them. Okay? So, Nico, Nick, come here. Sorry. Nikki. You guys, I'm sorry. All right. So I want you guys to reflect on those questions I asked in the beginning of the video. Also, I want you to dissect, like how I just dissected a little bit about like my old thought processes, like the old version of Ani. I also want you to observe yourself too. These are where most of your triggers come from, you guys. These are where the feelings of not being chosen and not being prioritized come from. And this has to do with a lot of your self-concept. Self-concept is the majority of your beliefs, where your beliefs come from. Self-concept is where your dominant thoughts are at. So if you feel super, super good in a certain department of your life, that's probably because your self-concept in that department or in that subject of your life, the subconscious thoughts are very desired. Neek. Neek. Show everyone your baby. This is Nico's baby. And it looks like him. Neek? Neek. Really? Okay. Okay, bye, Nico. Sorry, guys. So self-concept. I've always had a good self-concept when it comes to money and abundance. I was really taught to think from more of like let's say you spend money, right? Don't worry, you're gonna get that back times 10. Like, don't you worry, don't you see it as a loss. It's gonna come in double, triple. And that's how I want you guys to see it too. Like, this whole force backing you up, this whole universe, this whole force, your subconscious mind projecting everything back onto you, it does not see lack. Only you see lack, and then you send that a message to it. Okay? Your universe, your life, your birthright is abundance. It cannot do anything but give you more. You will always receive more, but of what? That's on you. You will always receive more of, if you're thinking lack, if you're thinking not chosen, you will receive more of that, because you're supposed to always receive more of what you're focused on. That is the beauty of your experience on physical earth. But it's also sometimes it feels like a curse, because when you can't control what you're focused on and you're focusing on lack and you can't get out of that, unfortunately you're going to receive more experiences to feel lack. That's why it's on you, you guys. It's so important for you to be able to control your inner world. No one else can control it but you, and you're the one that lets a circumstance have power over you. In reality, whatever circumstance you see right now in your 3D, none of it matters, because it's old news. It's things you once thought and they projected out and you're barely seeing it now. The only moment you have right now is now. This is the only moment you have that's fresh and creating a brand new thing. But if you're looking at something already projected outside in this external world, which is all old 3D news, when you see it out there and then you let that affect you and you let that influence you, and then you swerve away from your now moment and you're looking into your past and reacting to that past circumstance that was created from your old thought, now you're going in a cycle of lack. We never, if it's good, focus on it, milk it, get more of it. When it's bad, the 3D, how beautiful is it to not, it's not gonna become more. It's not gonna become more of that unless you choose to sit and focus on that. Like, this sounds so easy, but yet it's like so difficult, because You look inside of a mirror, right? Like, you look in a mirror. You don't like your hair, you don't like your makeup. You don't fix it on the glass. You fix it on you. And then the projection will match that. But unfortunately, what we do is we keep looking in the mirror and we're like, why is it like that? Why is it like that? Why did you have to turn out that way? Why did you have to play out that way? Why did you have to have a third party? But then it's like, stop looking at the projection that you created from an old thought pattern. What are your thought patterns right now? What are your thought patterns right now? And I know this from experience, you guys. Trust me, I've felt every emotion. I've experienced a lot of unfavorable feedback in my 3D, and I've changed it. And I don't care what anyone says, but you should pay attention to what's triggering you, and you should pay attention to your blocks, because if those are not changed, you're pretty much manifesting just really small bits and pieces of temporary behavior from that person, from money, from whatever it is that you're manifesting. If you're not paying attention to root causes, you will probably get a text, a call, a nice sentence that's said to you, or maybe an affirmation reflected back onto you. But aren't you looking for more? Like, when I'm teaching my clients, like, everything I put out, whether it's these videos, these free YouTube videos, any content, my courses, my one-on-ones, my goal is not for you to just get a text message from your specific person and that's it. My goal is not just for you to get an apology and that's it. My goal is to get your lasting results, which is commitment, which is a faithful version of your SP, an SP putting you on a pedestal, putting you first, you being wined and dined and treated like a queen or a king. Like, it's commitment. It's building families. It's getting engaged. Like, so many of my clients getting engaged now. We worked together last year. We worked together throughout the year. This year, they're getting engaged. They're going to be traveling the world together. Like, just a lifelong results, you know? So anyone out there that's preaching like short-term things, like, oh, just get this, get that, like, you don't need to work on, you know, whatever's really bothering you, the root of it, whatever. Yeah, you don't need to fix it fully to get evidence. You might be on the journey of really leveling up and still getting evidence on a daily basis, or you may have a breakthrough while you're having a breakdown internally. I've literally had breakthroughs with my specific person when I was having breakdowns. So yeah, you don't have to feel positive all the time. You don't have to feel fully healed to get evidence. You can be on your journey and just keep getting breakthrough after breakthrough and getting a better version of whatever it is that you're manifesting. But it never hurt anybody to fix a root cause. Root causes are the reasons why you're here in the first place. Root causes are the reasons why you may, go from one relationship to the other, to the other, to the other, and it may result in breakup or lack or just a cycle of no results. These are the reasons for that. Is root causes are not being addressed internally. Okay, so anything your body's trying to communicate with you, your emotions are trying to communicate with you, listen to it. It's not there. It's not there just for the fun of it. Like, your emotions are not there trying to make you feel like shit just for the heck of it. You're feeling a certain way because your body, your mind is trying to communicate with you. Hey, please, this time around, let's not react to the same old thing to get the same old results. Please, 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 God of your reality, listen to me. I'm trying to communicate with you. Your body's trying to communicate with you. Your emotions are trying to communicate with you. We don't want to react the same way over and over, because we know if we do, because this is higher intelligence, we know if we do, you're going to keep getting the same result. But you're over here saying, whatever, brush it under the rug, just keep, suppressing it. And then you keep getting it, and then you're like, I'm exhausted. See? These are all important, you guys. So please just really focus on things mentioned in this video, especially the first few questions I mentioned in the beginning. If you need self-guided help, my courses for self-concept, manifesting your SP, all my courses are available. If you need me talking like this, so many videos, so many clients of mine are like, Ani, I've been binge watching your videos, and just watching your videos have been helping me apply the work. So that's all I want, you guys. I just want you guys to take the info and start applying, because taking an info, it's you don't need to over stress your brain with all this info. You need to start applying. 1 + 1 = 2. Like, it's not that difficult. It's just sometimes you feel like maybe this is just there's a secret, that maybe there's something out there that I know how you feel. Like, I've been there. You probably feel like maybe there's something out here that you don't know, that is literally, that's the thing, that sentence or that thing is going to bring your SPN. It's really you focusing on you. The less you self-sabotage and the more you put yourself first and the more you apply the knowledge, the faster you're going to get your results. But every time you put yourself off, you don't prioritize you don't really do the things you enjoy doing, because you're almost like sitting here waiting for the manifestation to come in. That's straight up lack. And that's straight up sending a message, I'm waiting. And then the universe is like, okay, cool, you're God of your reality. My job is to give you more of whatever it is that you're thinking. So, okay, if you're waiting, then I guess here you go, more waiting. Okay? I hope this makes sense, you guys. I love you guys so much. If you need me for one-on-ones, links are going to be in the links are going to be in the description box down below. I am booked up. People getting on the wait list are getting sessions quick. They're manifesting, so I love that. Courses and the link, whatever you need, you guys, email us. Reception will help you. I will see you in the next video. And if this video resonates with you, if you are now hyped up to apply the information, not just listen to it, comment down below. I love each and every one of you, and there is nothing wrong with you. You are not problematic. You are not bad at manifesting. You don't have to be skinnier, fatter, have more money. You don't need to be super wealthy. You don't need to be having crazy degrees in order for your manifestations to happen. Stop limiting yourself. You're perfect. You're born perfect. The moment you came to this earth, the moment your soul chose a body and was like, whoop, let this person have manifesting fun for a little while on earth, it was decided. It wasn't like, oh, when this person becomes this, when they get their MBA, when they're this certain amount of weight, or when they're this perfect, then we'll let them manifest whatever the heck they want. No, you're perfect the way you are. So don't you worry about any circumstance. Don't you worry about any limiting thing that may stop you. Keep going to what feels good inside. And what feels good sometimes may be just you being neutral. Sometimes it may just be you taking a break and you reading a book and you just getting to a neutral state. Sometimes it may be thinking of your desire. Sometimes it may be visualizing your SP holding you. Sometimes it may be visualizing winning the lottery. Whatever it is that gets you in a better feeling state right now, I want you to do that. Okay? I will see you in the next video.